Before we get into today's episode, I just want to take a moment to say this. If you or someone you know is struggling, please reach out. You can call or text 988 or visit 988lifeline.org for free support. You can also find help at psychologytoday.com or headsupguys.org. And if you're local, the Calming Center and Bethany's team are doing incredible work over there. Remember, you're not alone.
Great. Thank you.
I mean, I really wasn't even recording, so I really wasn't even for the podcast.
Well, that's cool. You ready over there?
I mean, yeah, dude. Yeah. I don't even know what we're talking about today. Actually, I do. Do you know what we're talking about today?
You sent me a text like a few minutes ago.
I can't get comfy.
We'll move that pillow.
No, the pillow is what keeps me. So I got short legs, dude.
Yeah.
Don't make fun of me, dude.
I'm not.
Don't even start.
I'm not. You just get nervous every time we're getting ready to start. I think.
No, it's just because It's because like, it's really weird because like where we take such long breaks in between videos, it's like, what do I do? So like then I get sidetracked on like how to set up stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's really you don't.
No, it's okay.
Well, yeah, you just show the up. So
Yeah.
yeah, you're just like, oh, hi, hey guys,
Yeah.
I'm here to do a video.
No. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm recording now.
Oh, okay, cool. Sorry, man. I didn't know we were recording already. I didn't see you hit the button.
Dude, you want to know fun fact?
Yeah.
I really don't have a fun fact to tell you.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. But you know what's crazy? You know what? It's kind of cool. Like we actually, so serious note, you know, we talk about success, but we almost never talk about like what it costs.
Yeah.
Is that serious? You know?
Yeah. No. And so I guess my first question is, what does it cost? Like, what do you mean?
Like a lot. Like it costs a lot. Like when it comes to like success, like what do you think about like what you have to give up in your life? You know what I mean? Like for you to be fully successful and like you're grinding and hustling and you're trying to make the most amount of money as possible, what are you giving up? Like you're giving up time with your family, you're giving up time with your kid.
Okay.
Like, you see what I mean?
Oh, so we're just jumping right into it. There's no, hey guys, what's up, man? It's Ben and Dakota down. I'll take care of that. Hey guys, what's up, man? It's Ben and Dakota down here talking about success. Hope you like today's episode. Sorry, there's been a lot of stuff going on. We've both been incredibly busy and
no, dude, I was going to jump into it. I was just, you know, this is going to be like the full intro.
Oh, okay. This is the intro.
This is 100% the intro. So
okay. Now we're here. Okay.
Yeah, so now we are here. Honestly, before we start though.
Oh, so we're not here. I knew it. Yeah, I had to get him buttered up. You know,
did have to get me buttered
look
up.
at that. You
but I got you something.
Look at that. Oh, you got me.
I got you something.
You got me something.
I do. I got you something. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, check us out.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Here you go, dude.
What is this? It's a Homer Simpson's figure. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you remember like in the video a couple episodes back, you were like, always say Homer?
Homer,
bro.
Got a Homer, dude. That's sick.
Yeah, so now when you're with
sick.
when you're with Lexi or whatever, you can just be like, here, Homer. So now you ain't gotta even send it.
Yeah. Dude, that's sick. That's cool. No, and you know what that made me think of, bro?
What?
This is the second episode that we've done where I've had a really cool Sleeper Sweeper shirt for you because you designed the logo for me, and it's still in my closet, so I'm sorry.
And you keep forgetting it?
Yeah.
You're a great guy.
I forget something everywhere. I was at a wedding last weekend and left my suit jacket there. It was like my first ever custom tailored suit. Left the jacket, top half of the suit at the wedding, so it's like.
So where's the jacket at?
It's at it's at the groom's house. Which I'm gonna be retrieving it this weekend.
Did you pay for it?
Yeah,
you paid for the whole thing, or did you rent it?
No, I didn't. It was important to the groom that we had some suits. You know, he was like, "Man, it's my wedding. I want to buy a suit." And I was like, he said, "I think it'd be really cool, man, if we could just like buy some suits and then." You know, we could wear them out one night. We could meet up, and I was like, all right, dude, yeah, I don't have a suit. I need a suit. So we went to a tailor and like.
And got them actually like custom fit?
I have a custom tailored suit, yes.
Dude,
it's sick. The inside of the suit jacket is green paisley. Oh, my God.
Oh, that is sick, dude.
I'll have to come. I'll do an episode in it one day. Right now I'm in my gym workout.
I had a shirt custom fitted to me.
Yeah?
And I should have never done that.
Why?
Because I lost a lot of weight.
Oh.
So,
Oh, don't get me wrong, bro. I went to the tailor while I was still lifting and working out, and the wedding was still like a month or two away, and then stopped going to the gym for a little. That jacket fit a little bit tight, dude. I was a little tight in that thing, dog, but we made it work. It was really cool. But
no, I had a shirt like fully, like they cut the sleeves on they cut the arm sleeves down and moved the cuff or whatever.
mm-hmm.
They brought the back because I had to buy like a double XL or triple XL or whatever, or whatever they call it. I don't know what the sizes is, but you know how dress shirts are. They go off your neck sizes like 17 and a half, 18, 19, whatever that is, right? Well, that's what they had to do. And they had to go up to a certain size to get my collar to fit.
Yeah.
And they had to basically rebuild me an entire shirt.
Yeah.
Now the shirt don't fit right.
Yeah, we got some thick necks, and
It's too big. Like the shirt is too big. I tried to wear it the other day and I had to like take the shirt, pull it out, and then fold it to wrap around my back to even get it to look right.
Well,
it still didn't look right.
That's one of the costs of success, man. That's one of the prices you pay. No, so I mean that's an interesting question, man. And I didn't want to sidetrack or derail. I just wanted to get you comfortable and get everybody buttered up. What's up, everybody? But that's a really cool question. And the first thing that comes to my mind whenever you ask me that is, well, that depends on that individual. Success is not universal. There's not like any amount of things that you can do to be deemed successful by yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's something that you set. Now, other people can look at you at various points in your journey and think that you are successful. But like, if the objects and materials and, if it literally depends on what you deem to be successful. Like,
Right.
If you want to be the greatest cashier ever, compared to if you want to be a boxer or a bodybuilder or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Those two parameters, those two goals are going to have different definitions of success, and both will require different sacrifices. But I mean, I don't think you ever get anything. I don't think you ever get something for nothing in this world. And for me, I know that I've worked really hard at a lot of things in various points of my life. And I've learned something from every single different scenario. I know that whenever I was trying to get in like superhuman shape, you
were working really hard at it,
and I sacrificed a lot. I know that one of the first transitions for me from non-parent to parent was sacrificing, things. It's a huge change in that parenthood alone. Right. And that's something that we'll talk about, again later. But
honestly, our next episode is about
parenthood
and fails and stuff. So like that's a little teaser and stuff. So like we went about this a little bit different, obviously, this week. But the reason I asked that question, or not even asked that question, but made that statement about being successful and us not even really talking about like what success costs you or whatever, is because like you said, yeah, you can be successful in like whatever you're thinking, and like if you want to be a bodybuilder, obviously you're sacrificing a lot. Like when you were trying to get really fit, you sacrificed a whole lot.
Yeah.
But that's what's crazy is like we don't really talk about like what success costs people. Like you see somebody and you think, man, he's successful, but you don't see like what he's given up.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you don't see what he or whoever it was has given up their time with family, whatever it is. You know what I mean?
Now see, and this is funny because Bethany says that I don't give myself enough credit. Right now, I don't necessarily deem myself to be successful. I'm still, because I went and I was talking to her, and she said, I'm really hard on myself, and other people have said, don't be so hard on yourself in the past. And it's not something that I try to do. I've always felt just like that's the standard that you hold yourself to. Like those things that other people don't do are that's why we're different.
But when does that get to a point? I mean, in your mind, has that gotten to a point yet, or do you think it's ever going to get to a point in your mind where you're like, oh, I'm successful? Like you can actually sit back and say that, or no?
That's what Bethany was talking to me about. She said there's never going to be that point, because I was telling her there are like 3 obstacles that I'm facing right now that once I achieve those, I'll lighten up on myself once I achieve this, or whenever I achieve this obstacle, whenever I've completed this task, right? I can lighten up, and then I'll pat myself on the back. But I haven't done it yet.
Right.
I'm still in this situation. And she said, well, you know, there's never going to be a day where everything lines up, right? And I was just like, what do you mean? Like, because in my mind, as what are you talking about? Is if as soon as I clear these 3 obstacles in my path, I'm going to be, happy-go-lucky, scot-free, skipping down the street.
And you're not going to put nothing else on your plate.
Yeah.
And you're just thinking, oh, I'm not going to have nothing else to worry about.
Once I get that, dude, I'm set. And she was like, no, dude, there will never be a day where your health is completely in check. Your bank account is full. Every bill is paid. Your child everyone's healthy. Like, there will never be a day where, the stars align perfectly. Okay. And don't get me wrong, like some of them, 4 or 5 things might line up all at the same time and work in your favor, but it still might be raining outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, and once she kind of like phrased that to me, she was like, then what? Then what? After you get those 3 obstacles, then what?
Like, I wonder how you get that out of your mind to do that. Because, like, I have the same thoughts that are like, hey, once I get to this point in my life or we're here, I'm going to be fine. But then I don't sit back and really think, oh, wait a minute, I'm just going to keep adding more to my plate.
Because once you get to that point,
you're never going to be
there. That point, that plate presents new problems.
Exactly.
And just as soon as you clear because that's life. You know what I'm saying? There's never going to be a day. And so, like, that thought process and the way that changed me through therapy, just, walking through that thought and really pondering on it. And that was like the first visit that I'd gone to in like months, because I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? It kind of really helped me not ease up. I still work really hard. Like, I work all the time. The reason this episode is so impromptu is because this actually just lined up to be the first morning that I have not been working that ended in a Y. You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
so,
you literally reached out to me and be like, hey, man, what are you doing tomorrow morning?
Like tomorrow,
I have no idea.
I was in Williamsburg at the beginning of this week, and then tomorrow I'm going down to the beach for work. So it's just like
I really did not anticipate us even recording an episode probably for like another week or 2.
I know, but I figured,
because of like everything that was going on.
Yeah.
And so, honestly, to cap on that, and we're going to get into more of this conversation in this episode. So that does touch a base on like where we're at with this. So this episode, guys, is going to be basically about the hustle trap, and then like why do men feel like they're never fully successful, or they always have to keep grinding, I guess. And then I was trying to think of what else I was going to say.
Well,
I lost my train of thought.
I want to sum up the cost of success real quick before we get into that. Like,
go ahead.
When you figure out what it is that you want to be successful at, the next step is then to devise a plan to achieve that. And in your plan, you're supposed to orchestrate tasks that improve you to that absolute goal, your chief aim, right? That's what you want to be successful.
Right.
And then so you make a list of things that help you, or you make a plan. And then anything else that doesn't line up with that plan, this is really where your discipline and extremities, like how extreme of a person, how badly do you want to be successful? Like, exactly how far are you willing to go? Like, for me, and I took it way too far, but I mean, I could do 36 hours fasting. I could do that once a week, sure, because I wanted those effects. I wanted that physique that badly. I was training, you know what I'm saying? We gotta stop saying, you know what I mean, you know what I'm saying, because we're speaking the same language here. We gotta stop. That's just a nervous tick word.
I'm listening to you, and like I have been trying to
we gotta stop saying
I've been trying to stop it.
Bro.
And so like I have really tried to like work on my vocabulary, and I don't think I've said it that much.
No, I've been
so far, but now
I've been tripping.
Yeah.
But
that's because you're nervous. It's the same thing like you're sitting here saying, oh well, I'm nervous. I'm nervous to start the video, but once I get started, it's like, oh hey, let's go.
This is just it's a very interesting topic, and I want to make sure that that I articulate my thoughts about it correctly.
And that's what's tricking me out, because like where we didn't fully plan for this, I'm trying to figure out. That's why I'm over here scrolling on my tablet trying to figure out the whole layout of the episode or whatever. And I'm trying to figure out what our man card or not was about. I'm pretty sure I sent it to you.
Yeah, you did, and that's a great one. And I think it'll lead right into that.
But I had no idea what it was.
It's cost to get where I'm at now, which I still don't deem myself to be successful. I still have things that I want to do. But when I look back and look at everything that I've overcome and everything that I've checked off this year. I've been working my ass off this year, and I've made a lot of progress. I'm still got, these 3 huge boulders that I got to move, but what about the 47 that I destroyed, blew through this year? You know what I mean? So it's cost me sleep, it's cost me time, it's cost me money, it's cost me freedom in a sense, because I mean, whenever you really want something, you will dedicate yourself to every action and every thought that you have, pushing you closer to that.
Right.
Whether that's financial freedom, bodybuilding, buying a house, buying a car. You know what I'm saying? If you know that, like, buying a car is a great example from where I sold cars for a little bit, because I mean, a lot of people would want this vehicle and have maybe the income to afford it, but their budgeting was the problem. So, and that's that was something that they had to figure out, is if I want this car bad enough and I make this much money, I can spend this much money and I can get the car. If I spend too much money, I can't get the car. So how badly do you want to go out for dinner? How badly do you want to go out for dinner versus, are you saving up to go on vacation? Are you saving up to go on a car? Like, a lot of people's situations are different. And it's, once you take that principle of how bad do you want it and how extreme, to what length are you willing to go to achieve it? Like, once you figure out what that is, they don't really become sacrifices anymore, because you're working towards what you really want. So I mean, the cost of success varies from person to person, but it's expensive. And a lot of people out here walk the walk and talk the talk, but are not willing to pay that, honestly.
Yeah. It's honestly,
it's easier to say than, to wake up. It's easier to say and pack a bag, I'm going to go to the gym every day because I want to change my health. And then at 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., whenever that alarm's going off,
you're not doing
it's
that.
easier to stay in bed because it's warm and go to work because, whatever. So in that specific example, what you weren't willing to sacrifice, what that cost. You know what I'm saying? If that was part of your plan, you could plan to go to the gym at a different time. That's what I'm saying. It's relative to the individual, but anybody who is successful anywhere has definitely sacrificed a lot. Like, I have sacrificed basically an entire year.
I think that's where it's hard, and that's where we kind of fall into, like, this whole subject on what we're talking about today, is that hustle trap and basically being successful and not, and like where you deem yourself to be successful. Like, and I've tried to step back and realize that I'm more successful in life than I thought, than I think I am, really, right? So
yeah, pat yourself on the back, give yourself more credit.
I mean, that's what we should do.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we should do as human beings or whatever, is because, like, in reality, yeah, you're working hard and you may fail at some things. Obviously, you're going to fail maybe 1,000 times before you succeed at one thing in your life.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I tried this thing before, and then I had to stop because of other issues. So basically, my eyes, I seen it as, man, I failed. And then now I'm like, wait a minute, I have to succeed in this. So now I'm starting this whole podcast up, and you're like, hey, man, and I was talking to you about the 4-person thing, and like, are we even at that point, and having people on the show and all this. And it's like, wait a minute, man, I'm trying to make my life easier, but at that point I want it to be successful. Yeah. So the way I look at it is, like, if I get the new system and I get, like, a camera switcher, for instance, I don't have to worry about these cameras cutting off and not recording.
Sure.
Because obviously we try to get 3 angles, but we're limited to one camera where it gets one full angle for the entire recording. So, like, that's where I'm trying to figure out, hey, how do I make this more successful to actually work, right?
Yeah.
So I'm one of those.
What's your plan?
Right. So I'm one of those things, is like, I think you have to really sit back and think, man, am I allowed to fail at this? Like how you were saying, hey, if you pack a bag to go to the gym, you pack a bag to go to the gym. Like, which one's going to be easier? Obviously, it's harder to get up out of bed and go to the gym, but I mean, you're going to fail 1,000 times getting out of that bed before you make it that one time to the gym. Like, I mean, I'm telling you, dude, when I first started going back to the gym, and I was right at 300 pounds. I was like 298. And like, when I fully wanted to commit to it, it was the hardest thing to get up out of bed.
Sure.
And so, like, I was like, hey, how do I do this? And it took me weeks on end. Me and Dustin both struggled with it. And he actually got up earlier than I did, but he couldn't make it to the gym. I couldn't get up.
But once you were up, you could make it.
Yeah, I could make it to the gym. But it was one of those things that was like, what am I going to do? And so it literally took me like a solid week, probably not a week, probably a month to really get my schedule to where I was waking up early in the morning to actually be able to get up and go to the gym.
Now, I got something on this, and I want to expand past the gym, but it's a great example. And don't get me wrong, dude, for the last 2-3 weeks, like, I have had a bag packed. My alarm has woken me up at 4 o'clock, but it's warm in that bed, and I haven't gone. And I'm glad that I'm getting back into my motion, right? It takes a little bit, but the opposite of success is failure, right?
Correct.
To definition. And when I realized something, bro, and it's applicable to your entrepreneurial ventures, it's applicable to your financial situation, it's applicable to your health for the most part. You know, I mean, I'm not saying this will get past any terminal, disease or anything, but like this ideology I've really applied to everything in my life, and it's just so true. Like, it has really helped me understand a lot. The only way that you can ever fail at anything is if you quit. Like, if you stop trying. That's the definition of failure, okay?
But I don't think you fail at it if you quit. I think
No, yeah, that's exactly what I'm telling you. When you stop putting effort and energy into something, when you get knocked down and stay down and don't get back up and give it again, whenever you're in a competition and maybe you wanted first place, you end up in 7th, it's only deemed a failure if you never do another competition again.
Right.
It's only a failure if you accept the loss. It's not about winning or losing, dude. It's about effort.
Yeah.
And that's something that was tried. I think we both had coaches back in the day that tried to push that idea into us. And I know that I've always had a pretty crazy work ethic. You know what I'm saying? And I've been grateful for that. That was instilled in me. And so throughout my life, through sports, work, relationships, whatever, I've never stopped trying. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if I got that job, if I got that promotion, if I landed that client, if I made that sale. It doesn't matter if I lost, as long as I showed up the next day. It doesn't matter that you tried to start this podcast up and then took a sabbatical for a week or whatever, how long it was, and then now we're here, because now we're here.
Yeah.
It would have been a failure if you stopped. It would have been a failure if I had quit, if I had faced any of these things in my past and stayed there. That's so. In the way that you get to success is you find those moments. Those moments happen to everybody. Everyone has things like that. Some are more drastic than others. Some are minimal. Some have, different impacts on us as individuals, right? But everyone faces what people think are failures, and it's temporary defeat. It's not a permanent failure, because it is if you allow it to be.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can't keep a good man down. I heard that, and I love that.
At what point? I mean, the way
because you learn.
I agree with it. You learn from it. Yeah, you do.
You learn. You stick your hand in the fire and realize that, that's going to burn. I'm not going to do that again. Or maybe the way this relationship with this business partner fell out. Maybe that was, let's take a look and learn from that.
Yeah.
And then through those obstacles, through those temporary defeats, you take your lessons, and what you learn through that will ultimately get you where you want to be. That's where your definition of what success and your plan comes into play.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because these losses, like, remember when I wrecked my truck? I was on the way to a client, was on the phone with a client, looked in my passenger seat. He asked me a question, and I looked at my notebook while I was driving a motor vehicle as if the answer for his question was there. And then I looked up and plowed right into a brand new vehicle.
Right.
You were the first person there. Okay. I still have yet to get a truck, but I've been doing what I can without it. You know what I'm saying? That was a temporary defeat, a momentary setback, but it wasn't a failure because I kept going.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's part of where sacrifice, and all of this is so relative. That's why I love this. I think this episode is going great because, I mean, it's all relative and compared. Like, they're all related. The cost of success, what you lose, what you have to give up, sacrifices, and then the toll failure, the toll that takes on you too is like, that also, I know that my relationships have suffered in the past
because of it.
because
Right.
I'm pouring everything that I have.
Because you're either, I mean, most relationships I would say struggle when it comes to like, especially if you're hustling and you're trying to create a business, or you're trying to make something out of yourself, or even if you're not, who knows what your goal is, right? If you're trying to do that, obviously you're going to struggle. And, I think that's going to put a strenuous, like a burden on your relationship, and on anybody's relationship, your friendship or whatever. That's why most friendships don't succeed, is because like you go off in different paths, obviously, but at the same time, like you may be grinding and trying to get your business up and started, but then you may have someone else over here who already has their business started.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or doesn't have that, doesn't necessarily, it doesn't even have to relate to a business, but they may have something totally different in their life, right? They may be working like a standard job.
Yeah.
And their goal in life is, hey, I want to stay doing this. I want to advance into this.
Whereas
your goal is to start
their own, yeah.
Right. Yeah. So like you have your different goals, obviously.
And that's, we were talking about that last week, man, is like, and the people who love you and that are your friends who know that's what you're doing and know that's your goal, they're not tripping that you don't call them. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they know that's what you're doing.
But I think it still puts like we talked about friendship and stuff, it still puts that burden on your relationships.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Because like even then, like if you go from hanging out every day, or not even hanging out every day, but you work together and then you split up and you're not working together, or whatever you're doing, and you're used to seeing each other at certain times, and then you go to seeing each other none or for months less at a time, then it's like, oh, what do you do?
I know that.
I know that foot. Turn that foot more towards you. Yeah, there you go, right there. There you go.
I know that, I've had friendships suffer because I'm pouring everything that I had into my goals, right? I'm pouring every ounce of everything that I have into what I'm trying to achieve.
Right.
I don't have anything left over for you to drink from. I know that I've had relationships suffer because any romantic energy that I would have had was engulfed and enveloped into this ultimate, like, you can take it too far.
Yeah.
And,
but I mean, do you have to, do you feel like you have to stay grinding to be where you're at, to be happy? Like,
No.
do you feel like if you step back from like working so hard that you're slowing down, or you're not doing enough or anything? Or how do you feel about that?
Personally, I have these 3 things in front of me that I have to achieve,
that you're trying to hit first.
So I can't afford it. I can't afford to slow down. I can't afford to not work. I can't afford to take a day off and rest. I can rest when I'm dead. Like I can't, like if
I had a fucking dollar for every time someone said I can rest when I'm dead, then I'd be a rich man.
Well, if that's,
you're allowed to rest, I feel like.
I mean,
do you think it's manly not to slow down at all? Like,
I mean, don't get me wrong, man. Like that, and that's an extreme. That's just me.
Right.
Like that's my extreme dedication to what I am trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So like, to me personally, because I have these 3 things, right, that I'm trying to achieve. If I have an opportunity to get closer to those and I pass on that, then I'm shooting myself in the foot, bro. I can't complain that I'm not there yet if I have an opportunity to help me get a step or 2 closer, and then I just pass on it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, there's a difference between like doing that and then finding your threshold of like, dude, I've been up for 36 hours. I've been working for 48 hours straight. There's not another energy drink. There's not anything else that I can do. I need to rest. I need 2 or 3 days of actual rest. I need to go to the gym and stretch out. I need to get on the foam roller. My back's tight. My headspace isn't the best.
Right.
Like, you find that personal threshold and you'll know. Now, the stigma of no, I do think a man is supposed to work. A man is supposed to work and or provide for those that depend on him. I mean, biblically, and I'm not coming at this from like a, misogynistic, egotistical angle. I'm coming at this like, one, biblically.
Well, you're coming at it the way that you think, that you think it should be right.
Okay.
Like, I'm a little different on that. I'm a little bit different on this standpoint.
So well, I'm not saying it's just the man, and we'll get to that in a second, but I'm saying like, as to be a man, not only do you have to be emotionally available to those who need you, not only do you need to be able to provide clothing, food, shelter, to your children or those that look to you, who, you know, those that depend on you.
Right.
That is a man. To be able to look at those people and tell them that you love them and handle your emotions, like, that is a man.
Right.
To be able to, like, provide is a man's duty, and biblically and culturally. You know, back in the day, I don't think a woman could have a bank account in the United States until like the 70s. Okay? And that's you got to be careful, because I'm really not coming from a misogynistic or egotistical angle. I know we actually have a lot of female listeners, even though this is like men talk. But I mean, like,
you're coming at it like the way that you're thinking. I get how you're coming at it, and I feel like the viewers will get that.
Historically, women didn't have as many opportunities as men. I mean, like, to work and generate money.
Right.
The whole women's right movement, you know.
But I feel like that's where the whole stigma.
Stuff.
I think that's where the whole stigma came from.
It
is like the man is the only sole provider.
Well, and that's why, you know, in my relationship now, we take turns. Whenever we go out on a date, if I paid last time, she'll pay this time. Like, she's very independent, and she has a great job. She makes her own money, and there are a lot of women out here that do that as well. There are a lot of women out here that work hard and make their money and have their things. Like, they don't need anyone or want anyone to provide for them that. Right. And that's awesome. That's great. That's empowering. And, you know, if someone were like, she looked at me and was like, I don't necessarily need or want you to pay for everything all the time. And I was like, cool, that's hot. I respect that. That's because she's got hustle. Like, she's got grind. She's got her own. Now,
isn't it nice to have someone who's got like
that
grind?
And
because like Dakota is the same way.
It's
like,
and how perfect is it when you have two people that are both on their hustle and feel that way, and both have a plan, and they're both together,
I feel like
helping each other.
I feel like it's a struggle too, because like then trying to figure out your work-life balance and stuff like that. So that's like that's where I've came from with the whole successful thing. Is I really struggled from getting out of what I used to do. You know, I used to want to work all the time, and I was in sales. So like I always wanted to stay on the phone and start selling and stay selling buildings and stuff like that. So I always wanted to do that because I knew that my income could be endless if I stayed doing it right.
Well, yeah, and we get satisfaction from the grind. There are people out there like us that just enjoy it. You know, like, and there's also a lot of men out there that absolutely hate what they do.
Yeah.
So, but
it's hard because like I went to trying to figure out where I could say I'm successful in life, and now I sit back, and me and you've talked about this before, like where I had to go from football to having a family and stuff. And honestly, dude, if I look back and I really think about it, man, I would say that I'm successful.
I would tell you that you definitely are.
And the only reason why I say that I'm successful, and I consider myself successful, is because like I have a house, I have a family, you know, I have a job.
Yeah.
You know, and I look at it like, yes, I could be more successful. And yes, I could be to the point where I can retire or whatever if I wanted to ever get to that point. But honestly, I look at it, man, I've had to step back from the grind and hustling so hard. And yeah, you see me busy, like you see me and Dakota as staying busy, and we are busy people. Like we stay busy, but we also try to draw that fine line of staying very busy to family time.
Yeah.
Like I want to hang out with my kids as much as possible.
Me too.
And like the way I look at it is, man, it's like there's nothing more precious than being able to see them and hang out with them. And it's crazy, man. Like I go through these spurts like when life is hard, like life is rough.
Yeah.
And like the kids will do something outrageous and it'll make you mad, or it'll make you tear-eyed and happy as could be. And so like that's where I look at it. Like I've had to step down from being so hard on myself, even though I'm hard on myself with certain things, and I still will stay that way. I don't think I'll ever be able to change that because I'm always going to be hard on myself personally.
Well, sure, because pressure makes diamonds. That's where I'm at.
Yeah. And so like if I don't stay hard on myself, then I feel like I'm failing. So I stay really hard on myself, and then I have to sit back because like, you know, you put me in my place, or Dakota puts me in my place, and they're like, look, Dakota, you're doing great. Like you need to step back and do this.
I want to ask you 4 questions.
What's up? Ask me 4 questions. Let's hear it.
Do you have people that depend on you?
Yes.
Do those people have somewhere safe and warm to live?
100%.
Do those people have food?
Yep.
Do those people know that they're loved?
100%.
You're successful.
Guaranteed.
You're successful.
That's what I'm saying.
You're
man.
successful.
But
bro.
see, most people don't look at it that way.
And that's that's the problem.
Yeah.
That is a problem.
But that's where that whole stigma comes in on men, on where they have to either stay hustling and they get to that point. And you said, and I agree with you that as being a man, you should provide. Like you should be able to take care of your family and be able to help them. But I also think there's a fine line between both both parts. You know what I mean?
Dude, if she can provide too, or if, shoot, bro, if your partner can make some, bro, you'd be a shitty partner to not let her, bro. What are you talking about?
People disagree with that,
It's
I don't
hard.
get it.
It's hard to get to the life that I want to live solo. If I got somebody else helping and working towards the same things, we get there faster, twice as fast.
Dude, you're telling me ever since we started.
That's going to be a beautiful clip. You're welcome for that.
I'm leaving that in there too.
Yeah, you have to.
But I'm telling you, dude, ever since me and Dakota started putting we've combined everything and put everything together, dude, life has gotten easy. You know what I mean? Like you're doing it together. You're there, and her grind culture. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you,
we'll see.
When we first started, I feel like and this is nothing on her. I feel like I worked a lot. Now she still worked a heck of a ton, but now it's crazy. Like her hustle is I feel like her hustle is way worse than mine.
Especially for someone that just had a brain surgery. So that's
awesome.
Dude.
I mean, I haven't even we really haven't even got to talk about this much, and we started this completely polar opposite because we've just dove right into this and everything. But honestly, I want to ask you how have you been? Because I know we haven't talked for a couple weeks.
Well, and that's actually a really good segue because, given the conversation and where we've been going and where it was getting ready to go, you brought up something that is really interesting, and I thought of the stigma for men working and all that stuff, and then where we were going with, but it's, if your partner's contributing to that too, it's great to have a partner.
Right.
And I'm right now I'm a single dad. I mean, yes, I'm in a relationship, but it's still me.
Right.
Still me and the kids. And so whenever that other leg to stand on is taken out of that picture, right? That table kind of leans a little bit. It's harder, and the stigma of, deadbeat baby daddies, absent fathers, regardless of race or ethnicity, anything like that, for me, whenever I found out that I was going to be a single dad, that was almost one of the biggest motivating factors of my life, because I might be a single dad. I may have, that may have shook out the way that it shook out, but I'm not going to be a deadbeat dad. I'm going to work my ass off my kids. I'm going to take my kids to the trampoline park. I'm going to give them the quality of life that I want to give them if I got to do it alone.
And you're going to be present.
And I'm going to be present. I'm going to do these things regardless. It is a whole lot harder, but it's back at the same time, the stigma of, oh, well, he's whatever. Dude, I can't tell you, as a single father, whenever I'm walking somewhere with my kids, especially at church or restaurants or around this town where people know the situation or might think that they know the situation or what, regardless, when people know that I'm a single dad and not just versus, oh, there's a cute dad with his kids out, his wife's at home, there's a perception, there's a difference of thought there. In public, sometimes, especially if I'm wearing a wife beater, if I'm wearing a tank top, and sometimes I lean into it, but bro, I get looks and I know that people
You think they look down on you or something?
I really can't articulate it, but the stigma of shitty single baby daddies is out there so hard and heavy, and is such a regular thing and occurrence that you hear from other people.
Yeah,
that is one of the biggest motivating. Nobody can ever say that I'm not a present father. Nobody can ever say that I'm a deadbeat, that I don't work. Nobody can ever take my work ethic, my hustle, and my credulity away from me in that regard.
That's why I would say you're successful.
And yes,
because
that plays a part into why I work 36, 48 hours at a time. That plays a part into why I'm in Williamsburg and then on, Pinehurst. Well, dude, I work my ass off. Mainly because part of it because I enjoy it. Part of what we're talking about, the hustle and sacrifices and what you want to do to get where you're going. Part of that stigma of baby daddy, and so that plays a part into the relationships and paying for stuff and all the everything. But to answer your question, I'm good. I'm good, man. I just been working.
We went
I love it, dude.
I don't know where we went with that. This is
so authentic. This is so authentic and credible. Oh man. So
I have no idea where we went with this because I was listening. I know where we went.
You'll listen back to it and be like, all right, listen, because I was driving there for a minute. I had the map. I knew where we're going, but no, dude, I'm good. Thank you for asking.
We went around the entire world on that one, bud.
You liked it? That wasn't the world, bro. That was just a little segue. Okay.
Okay.
Listen,
We went around. We went around a little bit, but I'm proud of it. It was good.
Yeah.
But really, how are you then? Are you good or what?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
I'm cool. I've been working. I had four obstacles in my road.
Okay.
And at the beginning of this month, I've like absolutely destroyed one.
So you're down to 3.
I'm down to 3.
Okay.
And that's going back to where we were coming from. So I mean, the satisfaction and gratification that I got from
hitting that obstacle,
that felt great. And that was another motivator. Mentally, I'm cool. I've been getting a little bit more rest. I've been working a lot in all these different capacities that I'm in. Have an opportunity this weekend to go travel and make some money. Been hanging out, got the kids, carved pumpkins. Things have been good in my relationship. All that stuff is good. While it's a little light, Santa Claus is coming and whatever. I really hope that he
in like less than a month and a half now.
Yeah, so getting ready for the holiday season. But I'm a blessed man to have the work that I have. I'm a blessed man to, be where I'm at right now. Things are solid. How you doing?
When do you start like Christmas shopping? Like when do you typically start it? Are you one of those? It's like I'm gonna wait till the last minute, or how do you do that?
A little bit of both. Like if I'm out somewhere and I see something super cool, like if I see a deal, I'm a sucker for a deal, bro. I spend more money on buy one get one frees or promotional deals than I do going. I will not buy anything full price. I don't care. I'll wait if it's a car. I'll wait if it's a damn jacket.
As long as it's $5 off, you get $5 off.
Yeah,
right?
I'm not paying full price, dude. That full retail, you can shove it, man. I don't give a damn.
So we're really weird about that. Like we do ours. Ours is weird. Like we shop all year long.
See, and I think
that's the way to do it. And it's really hard to do that because, well, it's easier for us to do it that way because Christmas and our kids' birthdays are the same time.
Right.
Like we have Christmas, on the 25th.
Yeah.
Right. And then
last time I checked, yeah.
That's what I thought, right? So then I had to double check with you to make sure I wasn't crazy. And then we have their birthdays the following like a week and a half later. So it's hard for us to sit here and say, oh, what are we going to do? Because like we can't just go in the month of December.
Yeah.
Now we try to get obviously the best deals, but a big thing that we do is Target, man.
Yeah, Target's the shit. Listen,
like
man.
if you're not hitting up Target, right? If you don't hit up Target, Target does killer deals. And like if you hit up if you download the app, dude, like you can get some killer stuff on there, right? So we're really big into that. But my week's been my last couple weeks have been a struggle, man. It's been weird. It's been a weird time.
Yeah, I would say.
Like what she had surgery 2 Mondays ago, or last Monday, I think is when it was. And so, we thought that was, we didn't really know what was going to happen with that because they called in emergency brain surgery. And we thought she was going to have to reopen up her entire brain and like pull out her whole shunt and stuff. Thank God she did not have to do that. So they did end up having to cut her 3 times though, all along her neck. And so they had to go in and replace like half the shunt at that point. So they didn't have to go in and open up her skull and shave her head or anything like that. So they had to replace like half of it down and rerun the tubing. So that's a blessing. It was occluded, so it did have blood clots and stuff. So they had to replace all that tubing and everything. So yeah, my week's been fun.
See, I got nothing. I can't even.
Now working has been different because like we've been working because it's really weird how we've done. Dakota had to step back from her full-time job, like at the venue or whatever. And so she had to step back from that. And then because of the emergency surgery, because she didn't have surgery, or she had surgery or whatever. And then she fought through it and went right back into work right after. And I told her, I was like, at this time, I was like, we're going to have to step back. And the doctor told her, the doctor's the one that really made the full call on her stepping back. They were like, look, you're going to have to quit. Like, you're going to have to quit somewhere at something in your life. You're going to have to step back. Like, you cannot do this until you fully heal.
Yeah.
Now, maybe later on in life, she may get to go back and do something else and more strenuous if she wants to. But I've told her, I was like, look, I would just step back and relax for a little bit. And because it was scary, And so we thought she was going to have to be opened up, and thank God she did not have to be. So she's been recovering. So we haven't been really working much. We've been trying to work as much as possible, obviously, but it's hard because like she's been struggling really bad with that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's been pretty bad. Like we went back to doctor Tuesday of this week, and they've had to adjust her shunt this time. to increase her pressures, to increase it. So hopefully, because they think she might be going into low pressure or whatever it is. And so that's fun. So she's probably going to have another lumbar puncture, and we're probably going to have a whole nother procedure done.
Damn.
So
see, that's a different.
Yeah, man.
I got no words for that, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I don't have anything for you on that.
It's fun though. I mean, the community's been great. So the community's been great about it. They've helped us out a lot and taken a lot off of her, and brought food and sent food and stuff like that. So that's really been a blessing, because like she couldn't do nothing, and like when you're taking care of her and she's like fully out of it, it sucks.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that your partner in what you're doing with your kids and your business and your income definitely is down for the count right now.
It's weird because like especially since we moved down to the basement and I work down here, it's really hard. Like I can't work. I haven't worked down here in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah,
it's like I've sit upstairs because like I don't want her to have to holler, and you know what I mean, because like she can barely hold her head up. Yeah. So like I've been working up in the bedroom or on the couch, and trying to work as much as I can, and that's near impossible because you got Elliot at home.
Yeah,
and you know how it is. But other than that, dude, it's been great. Everything's been good. Other than that, mental health is good. My mental health's checked in.
Good.
I'm there.
Good.
Trying to get back in the gym. I'm trying to.
I've got 3 workouts under my belt, not consecutive, but hey, man, I'm little by little. I'll get back to where I was at. And this time I really don't even give a shit about, because dude, I mean, I was 215 pounds. I could run a mile in under 7 minutes. I squatted 500. I deadlifted 600. I benched 340. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I did all that with a 6-pack. Like, I mean, I don't really care. I've already done all that. I just want to be healthy enough to like play with my kids.
Yeah.
So
and be fit.
And yeah, I want to be like a DILF, you know what I'm saying? I want to be like a hot single dad out here, you know what I mean?
With that little man food chew
yeah,
or whatever.
Dude, y'all dig this? Yeah,
like
zoom in on that, dog. Yeah, no. So I mean, listen, I want to do our man card of the day question right here, bro.
What's up, bro?
It goes back to what we were talking about. It's actually a really good one. Turning down overtime and or letting your partner be the main breadwinner. Man card or nah? I know how I feel about it.
I mean, I don't think you lose your man card either one.
Nor do I.
Look, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. If my wife told me that she's making the money, I will be a stay-at-home dad any time of the week.
Yeah. Now, listen, bro. Turning down overtime, I want to talk about this because, I mean, as someone who is self-employed, I also employed W-2 employment. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I have avenues of both, right?
Right.
And every day it's my goal to wake up and make X amount of money. Like it is a personal daily goal for me to make money every day, to get where I want to be, right? Because Ben Nichols as an individual has personal goals and plans to get where he's going. And if overtime is a possibility and presented to get me closer to those goals, and I have the capability to do so, i.e. I have childcare, i.e. I have hours on the schedule available to get there and do it, I will not turn it down. And in that moment, that's me. I would tell myself, don't be a point.
Right.
I didn't know if you had a sound effect. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a point. Go get that, get where you're going. But I mean, on the other hand, if you've been turning 40 hours in 3 days, and you're at 80 hours in 6 days, like whatever, right? If you've been on overtime over and over, and if you found your threshold and you need to rest, there's no shame in that.
You don't think it? So you think it's okay to turn it down?
Yeah,
I agree.
Like, I mean, in that situation, now me personally, I'm not. If I got someone to watch my kids, and regardless of the amount of sleep that I had, whatever, if there's an opportunity for me to make money and I can go make it, I'm gonna do it. So
I don't think it's a problem to turn down overtime by any means. Like, I mean, I think that obviously, like, there's times that you should be able to pull over as much overtime as you want to. Obviously, everybody's case is different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if like you feel like if you really need that overtime, work it. Yeah. But I don't feel like you lose your man card by any means by not taking it.
Especially when overtime is taxed like so hard. Yeah. It's like, why even do it?
Oh, well, 100% at this point, dude. Like I've told you before, man, family's more important. So
it is.
Like they're gonna be here for you. So I 100% agree with turning down overtime if you have to.
But flip that schedule. Say I don't even have because I don't have my kids I have my kids 3.5 days out of the week and try to keep it as equal as possible. So, I mean, if an overtime avenue or overnight, I work overnight a lot. So especially on the nights when the kids are with their mother. You know what I'm saying? Because then there's no babysitter to pay. The only thing I'm losing is sleep. And, ain't no rest for the wicked. You know what I'm saying?
So you're going to work as much as you can. And there's nothing wrong with
because
that.
I have those goals that I'm so committed.
But those 3.5 times, those 3 days that you have the kid, 4 days or whatever it is you have those kids, I feel like you're allowed to turn down as much time as you want to.
Oh yeah, I literally did today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because whenever I leave here in 10 minutes, I'm gonna go pick my daughter up and have a daddy-daughter day till we pick up my son, and then we're gonna go have a blast. It's gonna be awesome.
What are you doing today?
Park
day?
Park, sports. Gonna play some board games, make some crafts. I mean, probably cook something. It's cool.
Heck yeah.
But letting the partner be the main breadwinner.
No, it doesn't have to be main breadwinner, but it could be. But do you think you lose your man card or not?
Dude, I think you gain a man card if you can find a partner, regardless of your sexuality, ethnicity, whatever. If you can find a partner to match, motivate, and grind with you, and achieve what you achieve together sooner than just stay like chilling and maybe putting it all on you, that I think you gain a man card.
No, you're saying if y'all both hustle together.
Yeah.
Now I'm talking about, do you lose your man card or not if your significant other grinds and you don't?
That house better be clean, boy. That's all.
That's what I'm saying.
That house better be clean. If you're a true stay-at-home partner and the other one is out there, providing, your bills are paid, the cars, you got the car. If the bills are paid and y'all are where you want to be, like your goals, and y'all are happy with it, that house better be clean, dinner better be on the table. Now there comes, if there are kids involved, listen, because you got to find your threshold with that too. After 4 or 5 days of, 8-9 hours of sitting with 2 kids in the house, yeah, there are things that you can go and do, but that takes a toll on somebody too. Right. And that's part of where understanding each other's thresholds and responsibilities, that's part of what coming, not only are you providing, but hey man, when you're home, she's been doing that all day, and those kids miss you too. Like that's also what makes you a man, and that's something that you work out in a relationship with. But
look, man, I'm going to tell you that if Dakota ever come to me, and we've had this conversation multiple times. If Dakota ever come to me and she told me that she's making a lot of money, and she asked me if I would ever be a stay-at-home dad,
that house is clean.
I'm gonna go ahead and let you know that floor is going to be mopped and there's going to be food on the table. I don't care, because like I think if one of you can get it, and if you need to step up and help your family, step up and help your family.
Bro, listen, the only
ain't nothing being a stay-at-home parent. Stay-at-home parent ain't no joke.
No,
I'm going to tell you, I couldn't do it.
It's another job. Listen, all I'm going to say, bro, is, and I know what we were talking about, like, I was trying not to take a misogynistic angle, and I'm still not. I'm just saying, back in the day, traditional wives in America had it. I mean, I can't say had it made, because most of the time their husband was out cheating or beating the shit out of them, or like there was like seriously, like
I don't know where I cut this off at now.
No, leave it. But like back in the day, bro, women would like get the kids right, clean the house. Their doctor would give them a Quaalude. They'd make a little drink. They'd fold some laundry. They'd cook dinner. Like it sounds honestly in every movie that I've ever seen of like the 50s, 60s trad wife culture or whatever, it looks like they had it made. Again, there were a lot of men out there running around cheating and beating wives, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying that was okay. I'm just saying
we're
that
definitely no,
yo, you gotta leave this in. I'm just saying that it would be really cool to live a life like that, where I wake up and I clean the house and fold laundry, and I make a little martini and maybe pick up the kids, maybe have the kids drop, like whatever, right? Like the trad wife culture looks cool in some movies. Okay?
I don't know.
Disclaimer. I know there were a lot of women getting cheated and beaten on, and they could not have a bank account until the 70s. So I'm not glorifying that at all. I'm just saying it would be nice to stay at home, fold some laundry, vacuum in the house that's paid for, and then cook dinner with groceries that I went and got with my partner's credit card. That would be cool. That's all I'm saying.
I'm trying to hide my face right now because I don't know where I should cut this off at, because that's pretty rough.
No, dude. I'm not.
I don't think I could ever glorify. I'm gonna tell you, being a stay-at-home parent back in the day, or even now, I don't think it's even. I don't think it's a fun time at all.
Oh no, dude, it's a blast. What are you talking about?
I think it is. I think it's hard. I think it's mentally.
Well, yeah, it's hard.
I think physically being a stay-at-home parent is worse than working any job out there.
I don't know about that.
What would you say is worse?
Bro, you ever welded? You ever ran a jackhammer?
I don't.
You ever been in a crawl space? You ever been on a ladder? Like, fuck.
Kid for 24 hours a day?
Yeah.
like changing their diapers, feeding them, all that stuff by yourself constantly.
Yeah, physically,
that's hard.
It
takes a toll on you. And I'm
not saying that it doesn't. I'm saying that the tolls are different, and they're both equally to be respected.
Well, they're both hard, but I would say
they're different.
I think there's two different tolls. Like obviously, working and welding and stuff like that can it's going to take a mental toll on your body, obviously. But like being with a certain, like your kids or whoever it is for a long period of time every day for a long time,
yes,
it takes a toll on you.
I love to hear it sometimes.
Like being not single, but being a stay-at-home mom or stay-at-home dad it's no joke.
I'm not saying it is. I would
say it's a hard job.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm saying it is hard.
It's up there. It's like top 10.
I'm just saying whatever the other one is out there doing to provide that lifestyle that one of the household members can stay home is probably also hard too, in that different right. And they should both be respected.
Well, you should show respect. I'm not saying you should diss that. That's not the argument. I'm saying it's hard.
Physically, it's harder to swing a pickaxe for like 12 hours than it is to change a diaper or chase a toddler. Like physically, but that's the only difference. Okay.
Yeah, I say like physically and mentally. Yeah, there's equal. I think they're both equally hard. Very hard.
That is my alarm, bud.
Well, dude, so we're gonna wrap this up because Ben's got to go pick up his kid.
I gotta go get my daughter.
Yeah, man. So obviously, guys, we just want to thank you guys for listening to the podcast. Thank you guys for listening to our nonsense and us just hanging out with each other. Obviously, we want you guys to subscribe. We're trying to hit that goal. We're posting that first episode of the friendship. That one's gonna be posted hopefully this week, and then we'll get this one on after that. Remember, guys, we're trying to figure out something that we have to do after we hit a certain amount of subscribers. So we're trying to hit our 500 subscribers on YouTube.
I'll keep the Fu Manchu and then shave it whenever we get there.
Why?
You grow a Fu Manchu, and we'll both have them.
I would never do that.
We'll work on this. Guys, it was really cool hanging out. Thank you and I hope you take something from this. I hope sometimes I don't want to offend anybody. I hope to want to make a couple people laugh and enlighten and maybe help them enlighten their thought process, whatnot, a little bit, all that good stuff.
But yeah, this one's a little bit different. We went a little bit shorter on this episode. We're kind of on a time crunch, but we have to take it when we get it, guys. So obviously, like, subscribe, listen to us, and we're here to make it something. Yeah. And stay tuned for the next episode. Like we talked about earlier today, we're going to be talking about the dad hustle, not dad hustle, but dad stories, dad fails, dad successes, whatever it may be, parenthood in general. On both of our ends, because I think we got a lot of good stories we could sell.
Hendrix pissed in my ukulele.
That is great.
That soundbite is epic. Oh, this was out. We'll get into that on the
Younger?
Next week.
Okay, that's great, dude.
Yeah, we'll get into
I'm
that.
gonna leave mine. Elliot used to piss in our air vents.
No, straight up pulled his wink out, pissed right in the hole of my. Yeah. All right. It's good to see y'all. See y'all next week.
I'm terrified of what I'll never know. Future lies I will not go. Anxiety